Buongiorno, come va? Hmm. What's up with y'all this morning, man? What y'all got going on? I got to figure out to put my location in Italy. I need the international audience like yesterday, bro. Like, real talk. Y'all just ain't gonna do no more. I don't even know where my people is. Where's everybody at? Hey. I mean, it's kind of early, I would say this. It's 11:44. I'll be getting it in like 6 in the afternoon. Like 7 in the afternoon or something. Take a little bit of time, you know what I'm saying? When I go live, I expect y'all to show up on time. Show up. But I'm just out here enjoying this warm weather. Well, fairly humid a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't too bad. I'm in the shade, so I'm just enjoying myself, you know what I'm saying? So, cool, man. Hope y'all doing all right. What's up, Denise? Yeah, doing good. Like I said, I'm just chilling. Just out here chilling, minding my business, doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? I can really go live whenever I want to. I just try to do it when it's more convenient for y'all, because I know y'all gonna come in, you know what I'm saying? But as you see, I'm in little Tuscany. I don't know if you can see that. But I'm in pretty much little Italy, you know what I'm saying? Well, it's like a little Italian spot over here, you know what I'm saying? Real beautiful place, man. Like you see, it's pretty. Real pretty out here, man. That's why I said, nigga gotta book his Italian trip. I got booked that like soon. So I was thinking about going next month, but I said I might have to wait till September. I might go in September. I don't know. I'm not ready yet. You know what I'm saying? Gotta learn a little bit more Italian. Gotta buy my ticket and get everything ready. You feel me? Like, yeah, it's nice up here. I should have really been doing more live streams out here. It's not too far away from where I live at, so it's like it's really up the street. Been here the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like I just never really become. These are like the little hole in the wall spots. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shoot, drop my stuff. Like see over here. I said over here, you'll see like over there is like where Six Flags is. So like I said, I live not too far away from here. This is like the real nice luxurious area. It's what is there's a lot of stuff up here. You know what I'm saying? But I was up here one day and I came past this place because I said I need somewhere, I need a local place to go get some coffee. You know what I'm saying? And I saw they had coffee and I was like, let me see what's up with this. I didn't know this was even an Italian spot. It's my second time actually coming. I said this little spot is alright, man. It's a little dope. You feel me? Ran by Italians. People are real nice and friendly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Hey, my friend told me that. Yeah. She said, listen, a lot of places over here don't have AC like you think. And she's from Spain. She said, look, dude, because I told her, I said, girl, I live in San Antonio, the hottest place in the United States. She said, boy, look. She said, I don't care how black you are. She said, you're gonna need sunscreen. And I said, yeah, I've been told before. She said, yeah. She said, no, you gotta understand, like places over here don't have a lot of AC like you think. She said, sometimes it gets hot, you know what I'm saying? And I said, yeah, that does suck. I said, yeah, I might need some sunscreen. I never applied sunscreen in my life, not that I'm aware of. I was on the beach for 8 hours. What's up, Marie? I was on the beach for 8 hours in Costa Rica one time. My first time going to Costa Rica. Me and Stisha went to the beach. Went to Jaco. I think it was Jaco Beach. And we stayed out there for about 8 hours. I got a little sunburn. Like your skin starts to peel a little bit. But that's because I was out in the sun for like 8 freaking hours. Back and forth in the water and the sun and the water and the sun. You feel me? So yeah, of course I got sunburned a little bit after a while, but it wasn't like how white people get sunburned like 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? They be like, here, you need to put on sunscreen. I said, girl, my peoples was known for being in the sun for 400 years, my nigga. And before that, we was in the fields for another 4,000 years. Niggas ain't had no sunscreen back in Egypt, man, please. They was doing that with raw berries. Like, man, please. But yeah, it's beautiful out here, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here with the Italianos. I've been practicing my Italian, you know what I'm saying? Beautiful, man. Look at that beautiful scenery. It's beautiful out here, bro. That's why I said, man, you want to go to Italy like yesterday, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm about to do, man. Get away from you niggas. Get away from you Americans, man, of all colors. I can't stand none of you Americans. Y'all get on my nerves, bro, honestly. You know, it's peeled when I played outside. How long was you outside? That's why I said, I'm like, man, I'm really about to just go on my little venture, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, Definitely want to go to different places, man, and see. You know what I'm saying? Like, right, as long as you don't take your skin. Yeah, I'm like, you can't just sit directly in the sun like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was back and forth in the water and then in the sun. So me and Stacey did that for like 8 hours. So I think we both got a little sunburn, you know what I'm saying? Like your skin, it don't hurt, it just feels a little funny. Like your skin feels kind of like numb, you feel me? And then like it starts to peel just a little bit. But it wasn't like nothing crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like versus some people, white people get sunburned and they be like, you know what I'm saying? They be like Zoidberg, like red like a lobster, you feel me? Like y'all looking like Professor Zoidberg sometimes, you feel me? Like, what's up, Yvonne? I almost said Yvonne again, see? You almost got me. Like, yeah, so I've just been enjoying my time, man, out here in this beautiful weather. Um, like I said, we right across. I don't know if y'all can see that. If it'll zoom in on it, you'll see that's Fiesta, Texas. That's the Six Flags over there. It's too hot to be out there at Six Flags, standing them long lines. I like this little spot, man. This is beautiful. It's nice. I've been practicing my Italian. I need to ask the natives here, man, like if they can teach me some Italian. This is gonna be my hole in the wall spot. Like this is gonna be my no diddy, but it's definitely gonna be like my little go-to since I'm living nearby. As I said, I've been trying to go to like a local place. Like you ever see like Seinfeld? Like Seinfeld, they went to that same restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Like you see Friends, which that show sucks, but they go to that same like lounge or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Every show they got like a meetup spot. Like that's kind of like they make it a regular. Like that's what I like. I want to start doing stuff like that, like making something regular for me. So my thing is gonna be multiple places because I like to travel and venture out and go multiple places. So, but since this is pretty close to me, and since I've been in kind of like Italian culture lately, I said, I'm definitely gonna start coming here because I mean it's beautiful. Look, it's peaceful. I said, look at the trees, man. Look, it's something about Italian looks, man. It's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It puts you back in time. You know what I'm saying? Like back in like I said, America's only 250 years old. I said, but Italy's like freaking 7,000. Well, how old is Italy? It's a long 1,000 years old. Like, you know what I'm saying? I said that's ancient. United States is not ancient. That stuff over there is ancient, and it's always looked the same. It always has like even though it's modernized now, 1,000, 2,000 years later, it still has that same architecture. It still has that same look. You know what I'm saying? This is why I like other cultures in the world because I'm like they still keep a piece of their culture, even if they modernize. They still have ancient texts, man. They have ancient civilizations. They still they have a reverence for their ancient community, man. I like that ancientism that they have. You know what I mean? Like, we don't really have that here, you know what I'm saying? Like, said it does look beautiful. Did you say yeah, I'm in Texas, San Antonio. San Antonio, freaking Texas. Love it, but sometimes you gotta get out of here too, man. It's nice to kind of venture out. It's not the only place in the world, so I like to kind of get out and, go places as well. Said America, so what is America for? They do, man. It's just, like I said, the country here, the only reason that the United States is still somewhat of a good place is because we got immigrants, man. I don't want to say immigrants. That's wrong to even say. I said, we say foreigners or stuff, but I said, no, we got real Americans. We got different tribes of Americans here. I like to say that. I don't like saying immigrants. That's a derogatory word, you know what I'm saying? I think that's a slur. If you be honest, bro, I think immigrant is a slur. It's like, boy, these people ain't pilgrims. Like, these people are good, hard-working people. These are U.S. citizens, man. The reason that the United States is a great place is because we was called the melting pot, man. Negroes don't remember Schoolhouse Rock. It's like, bro, didn't we learn the melting pot song from them? Didn't we learn I'm Just a Bill? We learned all our history and equality and stuff from them people. I said, they need to bring that back. Because these radical dudes here, man, they don't forget. And I said we don't want America to be no only American whites, man, and only American Europeans and only American blacks. Like, no, we want this to be everybody, man. I like American Indians. I like American natives. Like, bro, that's nice to see you. You know what I'm saying? See, we got refugees, man. We got foreigners. You know what I'm saying? I don't say it in a way where it's like derogatory because I'm like, you know how people be like, oh, well, they're a nomad. It's like they're not a nomad. They are people from a different place, bro. Like they just happen to be from a different country. It doesn't make them any less human than us. You know what I mean? But I said this is just an American view. Like this is American Italian. I'm like I need to go to Italian Italian. You know what I'm saying? Like, mm. Like real Italian is all right, chabella. That's Italian. American Italian is like up in Jersey or like New York where you get those Italians that talk like that. Like those are not. I don't want to say those ain't Italian. Those are like the more American Italian. You know what I'm saying? I want Italian Italian. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said it's time to start venturing out and traveling. That's why I said I like going to different places, bro. Like this is a beautiful sight. I say go for a walk. Let's go for a walk, y'all. They got like a little swing over there too. You can get on. Hold on. My pocket. Oh, let me throw this top away. They got a lot of places, man, that you can go. So the only reason the United States is great is because of the foreigners. If you get rid of the foreigners, nobody's gonna want to be here, bro. Believe me when I tell you, nobody wants to be here. Because if you only have American only food, ain't gonna be no Chinese food, no Mexican food, no Italian food, no Grecian food. Ain't gonna be none of that, bro. It's just gonna be straight up hamburgers and salad. Nobody want to eat that crap. Like, I don't want to eat that. No, we'll save the swing for last. We'll save it for later. Actually, let me go this way. I'm gonna go to the other. Well, I'll go this way. I was about to say, yeah, the food is what makes it great because it's a mixture of all types of food. You know what I'm saying? You got Korean barbecue, man. You got Chinese food. You got all type of stuff, man. See, it's giving me my Italian feel, bro. I love that stuff. Like it's always reminds me of stuff off of like Shrek. Like I don't know why you remember like Shrek. Everything's like medieval type. Like, love this type of stuff. Yeah, that's why I said like the best thing about the United States is that you get to be in the mood for any food. You get to be in the mood for any food. Like don't get me wrong, culture stuff is cool, but I said I don't want to just eat Ethiopian food all day because I'm in Ethiopia. Like I want to eat different stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, our black community, boy, we got some of the best food in the world. Doesn't mean I want to eat soul food every day. No, I want to kind of venture out. Sometimes you're gonna get tired of it, man. That's what's wrong with some of us now, man. Eating soul food all day. We got health problems, man. We unhealthy. You know what I'm saying? Diabetes, high blood pressure. Like, bro, we got to kind of venture out and eat different stuff. We can't eat the same crap every day, man. You know what I mean? Like, look, this is pretty. See, this is stuff I want to see in real life. I want to see like stuff like that over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is really pretty, yo. And niggas be talking about they don't want to venture out to no other culture. How could you not? Like, bro, other cultures are dope. Well, you see that. Oh. Oh. Hey, do you talk with an accent? Since you Bosnian, you talk with an accent? What's a Bosnian accent sound like? Have you ever made Italian have you ever made Italian Alfredo? It's so good and different from American Alfredo. Not Italian Alfredo, I don't think I have. It sounds good. Anything Italian I love. So Listen, you never had to tell Steve. Steve loved everything of every culture. I love Italian food, Italian culture, Italian women. I love Mexican food, Mexican culture, Mexican women. I said I didn't really like white food. No, not that much white culture, but I did like white women. I said y'all can keep that raisin and potatoes and stuff. Y'all can keep that potatoes in your raisins in your potato salad and stuff. Like I don't need that. Your extra sandwiches. I don't like that stuff. But they be ranking like ranch burgers and stuff like nah. You can keep that. I said, but you know, everything else, man. Yeah, send me a recipe. So if it's easy to make. Ain't gonna be no more African American Steve. It's gonna be African Italian American Steve. Yeah. All right, chabela mi negros. Why you gotta do this to me, huh? You making me slide a block on you, man. I put it on me King Von. I put it on me King Von and I slided the block for you. Hold on. No accent. I was 7 when we moved to America, so the accent left me. I still speak Bosnian though. That's dope. I'm gonna type that up and see what that sounds like real quick. I ain't know Bosnia was a thing, bro. We be forgetting that's the other side of the world. Let me see. That's why I said, wouldn't it be interesting to say like, hey, my woman is like Bosnian or she's Czechoslovakian or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to say she's just American. That's boring. Because guess what you gonna think about when you hear American? 250 years, and she wears this red, white, and blue, and just looking all dumb and patriotic. Like, ugh. I like a woman that represents their home country. That's attractive. That's why I used to love when I would see like Mexican women that might wear like Mexico stuff. Like that's attractive. You know what I'm saying? Especially like the soccer stuff. You see everybody in the World Cup representing their country. You see Haitian women representing Haiti. Like that stuff is attractive. Like I don't want no Haitian American. That's boring. Like, let me type up Bosnian. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy to me though, man. A Bosnian listens to Pastor Darby. That is wild. I never thought. Yeah, I never thought. Because I think it's crazy for me to understand that. Because not just because we black, but just because where we came from. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we was nobodies. You know what I'm saying? We was nobodies back in 2003 and 2002, yo. We started this around late 2020, or not 2020, but 2002, 2003. You know what I'm saying? I think the church doors officially opened, I think, in September of 2003. So we was in the hood all the time. So the only people that knew us was black folk. You know what I'm saying? Like we was not a big ministry, bro. We was never really big in size like that. You know what I'm saying? So the only people, like we had a couple of white people come to our church, but I said it was mainly us. So the fact that you got people all over the world talking about, yeah, they listen to Mexicans listen to Pastor Darby, and you know what I'm saying, Bosnians listen to Pastor Darby, and people from somebody was in my live stream when I first did this. When I first started doing live streams, they was like, yeah, shout out from I think it was like Uzbekistan or something. I don't even know what it is. Bro, these are countries I ain't never heard of, man. Turkmenistan and like bro, these people be listening. I was like, but we black. I said, y'all listen to black people? I didn't know that, bro. Because we be thinking we only listen to us. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. That's the stuff that be wilders me. That's why when I got a bunch of us that's in the comments, I'm like, well, I get that. We know. Obviously, we know. But obviously somebody in Atlanta and Detroit knows. I said, but somebody in the other side of the world, you know what I'm saying? That's like, for real? You listen to us? Especially the way that Daddy talk, I'm just like, you would think that other cultures be like, oh, that's a little aggressive for me. It's like, no, they like that. No other culture has a problem with him. It's only his own people that seem to have a problem with him. That's the craziest part of it. Ain't that something? That's why I said, Daddy, you should have just planted a church in Bosnia at this point. I kept saying, I said, Daddy, move out of Louisville. I kept telling him and Mom, like, please move the ministry out of Louisville. You're not going to do much here. I was like, you'll do better in Czechoslovakia or, you know, wherever it's called, Czech Republic. Hold on, let me see something. was. That's why I said it's crazy that y'all even listen to him. I'm just like, I didn't know people of other coaches listen. You ain't get your own people to listen. Hold on. Let me type it up. Bosnian accent. Oh, let's see. I'll probably get copyright for this, but it don't matter. Little. She can't pronounce little. When I was little. When I was little. She say it like how we say it.
Hey, what's your native language? I speak Slovenian. How do you say bathroom here in the Balkans?
Vitsili toilet.
Finally, something
Vitsili
easy.
toilet. How you say that? Chuchavat. You know the word called chuchavat? Banja. Chuchavat. Banja.
Vitsili toilet.
Finally, something easy.
But you also have
How do you say?
good day in Bosnian. Dobar dan. Dobar.
Dobardan. You know what that means? Dobardan?
Dobar dan.
Dobardan.
Good day in Bosnian.
Oh, I'm learning Bosnian. Quick. When somebody says the best curse words in Bosnian. Usually, that's the first things I learn in every language, but we're not going to do that. I've been redeemed. I've been redeemed, so I'm not going to do that anymore, but, you know. The first words I ever learned in Spanish was, besides uno, dos, tres, was the cuss words. I worked with the Mexicans. The Mexicans taught me all the bad words first. They taught me all the bad stuff first to say. Bosnian moms. Go to Google. Let's see what people about Bosnian. How you say that? Bosnian. Let's look at some things, y'all. Ooh, I can get there for $1,200. Oh, that's $1,100. Ooh, nah. But I don't know what's really in Bosnia though. I don't know what's there. Let's see. Bosnia's a pretty big. It looks like a pretty big country. So Croatia is right next door to Bosnia. Really? Huh. Let's see Bosnian women. Let's see what they look like, because I have no idea what they look like. Beautiful Bosnian women. Let's see. Okay, they're not bad. Okay. All right. Hey, fellas, if y'all single, go to Bosnia. You'll find you one. I be trying to put y'all on the map, fellas. Be trying to put y'all on game. You got plenty. Go to Bosnia. You can't find no women in the United States. Go over there. So they like them a big, tall, dark of chocolate. You know what's crazy is they look kind of white, but I don't think they're really considered white though. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, they're not bad at all. All you single fellas, putting you on game. Yeah, they're not bad at all, bro. There you go. Don't say Steve ain't gave y'all the hookup. I'm getting y'all to get y'all passports, man. You can find your spouse overseas. You're probably not gonna find him in the United States. I'm just gonna tell you that now. So. Listen, I've already known this. I've already been knowing this. So I've been 10 years ahead of the game. I'm trying to get y'all to know this. Hey, y'all still there? Can y'all hear me? I know. audience still there. What's wrong with this thing? Can y'all hear me? Hello? Is this thing froze? So I gotta restart the stream. I think the stream messed up. Shoot. Hold on, y'all. I try that. Can you hear me now? Y'all there? This thing get hot. Earth the people, can y'all hear me? Here we go. What's up, Janice? Can y'all hear me? Why you can hear me? Everybody else can't. Where's you niggas at? Where y'all silent for? Where is all my Negroes at? Stacking paper and getting that bag. Ugh. Hear one more Young Miami song. I'ma knock her and everybody else out. You could be buffering. How you hear? If it's buffering, if it was buffering, everybody be buffering. Unless y'all ain't pay y'all light bills. Or where the rest of these clowns are. I was in the shower. Okay, you in the shower. I got 2 for 2. Where's everybody? I've been sitting there like, can y'all hear me? I had to restart my stream. This thing get hot. Get hot out the wall. Whew. Ouch. What in the world? What y'all on today, man? Ouch. Can't do it. What is it? Like that. Now y'all say, okay, I'm back. Man, I gotta get this fixed, bro. Y'all see that? Need to retwist badly. I'm gonna get my lock repaired when I go back. This problem with locks, man, you gotta get them repaired all the time because they be ready to fall out. It's crazy. Get that fixed up when I get back in town. Side. Welcome back. Saying something about Bosnia and this and Bosnia and that. I said everybody got scared. So he ain't gonna say that after that. So does Bosnia got a mob that I should know about? Everybody's scared now. They don't talk. What are you doing in Texas? I live here. I'm from Texas. I live here. Better than Kentucky. I'm from Kentucky, man. It sucks up here. Like I said, I'm enjoying my little Italian scenery out here. Beautiful. Do. I used to live in Kentucky. I'm from here. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. That's where we all was from. You feel me? That's where we all from. Like I said, some of us don't like it there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, Daddy, Mom and Daddy, when y'all gonna move the ministry somewhere else? When y'all gonna like move and take us elsewhere? This city sucks. I've been trying to get out of Louisville for over 15 years, boy. I tell you, this is not nothing new. That's why I'm in San Antonio. I enjoy it. And I love it here. Yeah, my mom and my younger sister still in Kentucky. They like it there. They love Louisville. I don't. I had to get out of there. I was like, dude, I've been trying to get out of there, like I said, for 15 years. Like, I'm 31 now, so I've been trying to get out of Louisville over half my life. You know what I'm saying? So I've been trying to get out of there majorly. Been trying to get out of there for real. There's a reason why I say that, man. I be trying to tell everybody to get out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe not everybody, but a lot of people just ain't for them. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at people wasting their life here. It's like dying slowly. Like you ain't did nothing. You feel me? And like I said, I almost lost my life in Louisville a couple of times. I said, man, Negro tried to kill me. I said, bro, for nothing. I just happened to be standing there, man. Somebody almost killed me. You feel me? I said, oh, no, it's time to move. I'm tired of this. I said, I'm done. This is why I kept saying it for years. People just, you just don't know what you're talking about. Nah, see, you more likely to get shot in Chicago and everywhere else you go at. I said, boy, I got shot in my own hometown. Don't ever tell me. Like, this is why I don't listen to people who ain't never went nowhere. We ain't just saying get out of the place because we just ungrateful. We saying get out of here sometimes because it ain't safe. Get out of being paranoid, man. I had to carry my gun everywhere I went at, which I do that here anyways. But I said, but it was different here because I don't really have to worry about too much of that. You know what I'm saying? I just carry it just in case. But there I had, like, in Louisville, you got to carry yours. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. If you get caught without it, that could be your life. That could be your life and anybody else that you with. You feel me? You ain't got to be involved in no street. Like, people just don't care no more. These are a new generation of people that just don't care about nothing. So, I got tired of it. I said, man, I've been living in the hood for 10 plus years. I'm tired of this crap. You feel me? Like, tired of everything. You know what I mean? I sure did. I love my hometown. I go back every now and then, you know what I'm saying? But I said, would I ever move back? No. Yes. I told y'all right before Daddy died, boy, he was trying to get out of there too. Everybody be trying to leave that freaking crap city, man. Nobody want to be there. Ugh. Oh, you left 8 months ago? I thought you been there for a long time, like long time. Huh. So I learned a new vocabulary called, what is it? Which means what is that? Language, saying vulgar language without apologizing, saying that sounds like me. Yeah. Oh, you was 35 minutes. Okay, I thought you meant like you just left Bosnia. I was like, dang, I thought you was been there for a minute. Said she fresh off the plane. Now I got out of mine. I said, boy, I can't take it here no more, man. I'm tired of this. But it sucks. I told you every week, everybody want to do the same stuff, man. And everybody want to go partying, man. Same stuff. That's why I said I told you people in Louisville living in the infinite loop. They living in a Doctor Strange loop and don't even know it. They got the time stone. I promise you, they do the same stuff, dude. I follow them and they still be doing the same stuff. Can't wait to turn up this week. Bottle of Don Julio, and now everybody's driving their Hellcats in the street. flexing with a bottle that they drinking. I'm like, why is that a flex? I don't understand it. Like, you would think they would flex with some money. They flexing with a bottle of Ace of Spades or Don Julio. It's like, this is life. And then guess what? Y'all go to that same whack ragged club that everybody go to, doing nothing. They'll complain about how much they hate the clubs and will go right back to the same club 6 days later. Y'all think I'm joking, yo? This I told you, it's an infinite loop. You know, Einstein's theory of insanity was repeating the same thing and expecting a different result. They insane. They did the same. So what's up, Crystal? They go to the same whack clubs out there. One club trends for a minute, everybody go there. The minute that stops trending, everybody go over there. And then the minute that stops trending, everybody go over there. I be trying to tell myself they wonder why the violence rate is so big because Louisville is not that huge. It's a big city, but it's not huge like it. You know what I'm saying? You gonna run into your ops quick. You gonna run into people that you don't want to see. That's why I tell you why I didn't want to date people in Louisville, because I said, bro, you gonna run into your ex every week. Everybody goes to the same spots. Everybody is friends with friends, bro. Everybody been with everybody. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, it's a whole slot pool out there, dude. Like, it's just not a place you really want to associate with. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It just looks bad. Like, at least Atlanta is huge, so you probably won't see people every day, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of cities like LA and stuff, it's pretty big, so you ain't really gonna like San Antonio's huge. It's really rare to run into people here. Like I said, I've dated 2 women out here since I've been out here, and I have not seen them since, bro. The minute I said, Negro, forget you block, I've never seen them again, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've never seen them in person again. You don't just happen to be like, oh, I seen them at the grocery store. It's too big. I ain't gonna see him at HEB. That's an HEB on every corner, bro. Like, there's 2 Walmarts across the street. You're not gonna see him randomly one day. You just not, bro. It's just not gonna happen. You're not gonna see him at the gas station. We got 15 gas stations in one block. Like, you're not gonna see them, bro. That's the good thing about it, is that you ain't gonna never see them again. Unless you follow him on social media, like, you ain't gonna never see him again. I told one Lathati, I said, girl, please, I talked to you for about 3 months. You get on my nerves, you obnoxious. You want to act dumb, block. I went to Detroit the next day. Ain't never seen her again. That was 3 years ago. I ain't never seen her again. I like that. In Louisville, I would see people all the time. It would be awkward too. Like, girl, I don't know what to talk to you. Like, I don't ever want to see you again. I'm like, don't worry. I said, look here, brother, you ain't got to waste the time, block. You just happen to go to the store. There they are. Like, are you serious? I was going to my hairdresser one time, man. She was on my hairstylist. She's going to do my braids for me. And I ran into one of the hottie thotties in there. I was like, I was like, bro, how are you here at this time of day? All this space and you right here. It's like y'all just give each other that look. Like, I was going to walking bridge, like going running, like doing my jogging and stuff, and you run into him. I'm just like, why are you here? Like, bro, why are you here, man? That's why a lot of people are depressed there, because they see their ex every day. That's why you keep seeing people you used to be with somebody else, and then you go upset and depressed. Like, man, you gotta be kidding me. There gotta be more to life than this crap. Like, this is stupid. I'm trying to see people I used to know every day, man. That's why I moved away. That's why everybody be like, do you miss your friends? No. Like, you know him, like SQC said, no. Like, I don't know you. Guess what I do every time I come back to the city? Guess what's the first thing they want to do? Let's go party. You know, this club is doing this. I said, bro, we don't do clubbing anymore. I'm done with that. Like, bro, I've had that phase where I was an idiot. I don't do that stuff no more. I said, I like the opera. Like, the nigga don't turn into a white man, dude. I like the symphony. I want to go to one of those, the arts shows. You know what I'm saying? I want to listen to a composer or something. Like, I love music. I turn into Fraser Crane, dude. Like, that's how I am now. I said, I don't listen to the raps and these drill music you be talking about. I said, I love Beethoven, Mozart, Bach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love those. Like, I need music that reminds me of being in the heavens. Like, I don't want to listen to Negroes talking about I'm a drill. Once my credit score got to the 850s, I said, oh yeah, I'm done with y'all Negroes. Credit score is a good 899. I know I'm lying, but it's a good 899. I said, oh man. My white privilege card came in the mail. I said, thank Jesus. I worked so hard to get here. What's the difference between white privilege and me? I can still say nigga. You can't. I still got a good credit score. I worked very hard to get here. Doggone if a Negro wants to mess that up. I do, bro. I keep it in my wallet, boy. I got a white privilege card, black privilege card, Italian privilege card, and pretty soon I keep my Bosnian friend in here. I'm gonna have a Bosnian privilege card. Y'all think I'm joking? This is the reason why I get acquainted with every ethnicity, because I'm gonna need that. I need to be able to say Negro in every language. Whatever y'all call y'all people, I need to be able to say that. There are a couple of people that say they are, but are not. Saying Negro is old now. It's getting tired, man. I need to say it in different language. Like, like they say you a bad word to the nations. I said, I need to learn how to say this in every language. No, I definitely am maturing a lot, man. I really have matured. I'm surprised how much I did. Like, I'm still very immature as a person. You know what I'm saying? But as what I used to be, like, I'm immature because I'm funny. But I used to be immature like this is my lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? That's all we did in Louisville, man. Going out partying, man. Going out talking to girls. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that stuff is so old, man. You know what that really made me realize? How much I don't like women sometimes, right? I mean, definitely not like no homo stuff, but it's just like, bro, women get on your nerves. Like, I just thought, oh no, there's nothing better than God's great nerve than a woman. Like, bro, that's the worst thing God gave man. I told you, God took all the great things. God took a beautiful figure and just put all the worst things in them. He labeled them the wound men. I was like, and then he took us, and I'm pretty sure we got all the worst things, and women got to deal with us too. So it's just kind of like, we got to deal with each other. So it's like, tired of that. That's why I said, like, I care about stuff like traveling and booking flights, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got to toss and turn in my sleep because she ain't text back. It's like, boy, I'm going to Europe tomorrow, man. I ain't thinking about you, nigga. I'm thinking about y'all. Hold on. Ugh. I done got warm. But that's why I said I just been enjoying my life, man. Enjoying me. I had to move away to see that, you know what I'm saying? I get to be out here. It's beautiful, precious scenery. Put me in Italian vibes, bro. I want an Italian home, bro. That's why I said I don't want to buy a house in the United States yet, because I'm like, I might want to buy a house over there. Land is cheaper, and stuff over there is a lot better too. I'm like, I would actually kind of rather just be over there. If I ever move out of San Antonio, it's gonna be overseas, probably over there. You know? That's why you try to tell niggas, like, bro, everybody think when they leave the United States, especially black folk, they think, I'm gonna run into Africa. You can't just run to Africa, dude. Like, you don't even know where you gonna go at. Like, just because you black don't mean that they want you there, dude. You gotta know where to go. You can't just run everywhere just because you want to. You feel me? There's black people that went over to Africa and they thought, well, nah, I'm black and I'm gonna be like, then they realized, like, bro, a lot of them Africans don't like you either. They're very prejudiced, man. You go to the wrong place. You are not one of them, bro. They tell you that. Go where it's still, like, I'm not saying they ain't civilized, but I said, but go where it's got a good review. You know what I'm saying? Go where you know people. I always tell people, don't just run to somewhere just because you want to. Go where you know people at, man. You got to know the people there first before you do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got a friend in Turkey. I ain't talked to him in a minute, but I said, you know, but at the time that I did, I said, if I ever needed to go somewhere, she was like, hey, you good here? She said, if you ever want to come to Turkey, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I knew her. Then, like I said, I met some of her people. Well, I didn't meet some of her people, but, you know, some of her people, because she would tell her people about me. You know what I'm saying? And so her people was like, yeah, they was like, yeah, tell them come on out here. They was like, bro, they love black people over there. They was like, bro, come on over here. You feel me? I'm good. That's why I said I never thought I'd be in Turkey, but I said I'm good. I'll go there. You feel me? I'm finna come to Europe. I told you I'm about to do a European tour, man. I talked to my friend from Spain the other day. I said, yeah, I'm trying to do a European tour. She said, when? I said, well, I ain't trying to do it. I was trying to say, like, I was going to do it in the future. I just said, well, I'm trying to come to Spain or Rome, like, next month or the month after that. She said, hold on, dude. She said, you're going to need way more time. You're going to do a European tour. She said, look, that's a lot. She said, there's a lot here. And she said, well, where you want to go? I said, look, what do you recommend? Because you know everything. You know what I'm saying? And she said she started naming off all the cities in Spain, talking about South Spain and North Spain, and then Italy. And I was like, girl, I don't know what them places are. I said, look, what do you recommend? Just put down a list, and I'ma just take me there. Like wherever you go at, take me there. Cause she said, well, where you want to go? I said, I don't know these places, baby girl. Like I see it on TV. All I know is Rome and Sicily, and I don't know the boot-shaped country. Like I don't know anything about it. Rome, like or Italy, like that. It's my first time. I said, I'm finna go around some Europeans for a little bit, man. Because what they don't realize, everybody wants to talk. I said, bro, you do realize Europeans are not just white people. Europeans are black people too. Like, bro, they come in all colors. I don't know why people have this mindset where there's only one predominant. Like, just like Americans. Americans are not only white people, do Americans are all colors of people. But when you hear the stereotype, what do we get? The blonde hair, blue eyes type, you know what I mean? Like when you hear Russian, man, I seen a girl get on TikTok, or not TikTok, but IG Reels, and she was talking about like she's Russian, but she looks Chinese, and she was like, she said, look, in Russia we got different tribes here. She said they give you the stereotypical blonde hair, blue eye Russian. She said those are not just Russians. She said Russians are all kind of colors. Like Russia is right on the border between Mongolia and China, and I think Laos. It's got a couple of borders. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, we've been having like indigenous tribes here. She was like, I'm part of an indigenous tribe. She said, but when you hear Russian, you think of white people. She said, there are black Russians over there too. Somebody did a documentary where they saw black Russians. Look like our cousin them, bro. Like they literally got black Russians. I've never seen that before. Because they kept saying like, ain't no black people in Russia. They was like, yes, it is, dude. They just don't show you that. You know what I mean? Remember that convo we had yesterday? We're still going on. She's I'm getting hard eyes and strangers in my city want to take me on a date. Yeah, don't go in Baltimore. Them Negroes are going to eat you literally. With their Baltimore accents, I wouldn't. When I was in Baltimore, we had a conferences there and stuff. I was like, I ain't looking at none of these sisters like you in Baltimore. I can't talk to you. I can't talk to you, fool. Baltimore niggas are weird. The way they talk. They kept saying Baltimore people have an accent. I wouldn't know because I don't study Baltimore. I don't look at them. So. Oh, Charles, are you in South Carolina or Baltimore? Because I think did you say you from Baltimore? Some of y'all, man, y'all be saying like y'all from Chicago, and y'all say like I'm from Chicago, but I live in Baltimore, but I'm actually originated in Charleston. It's like, where are you really from? Like you got 5 different backup stories. It's like me saying, well, I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, but I'm originally from Northside, Illinois, but I live in San Antonio. Like, which one is it? All my Europeans in the chat, say what's up. Holla! I'm back. Went to the Isle of Palms in Charleston for Mother's Day. Is that a beach? I don't know what that is. I've never been to South Carolina, so I don't know. I didn't even like North Carolina, so it ain't looking better to me. Like, we had our first Negroland tour in North Carolina. Nice conference, but the city sucked. I was like, yo, North Carolina sucks. That's why when we had our conferences in California or Florida, we had a good time because they was fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had them in Chicago. Chicago was fun. You know what I'm saying? Like Baltimore and North Carolina and what was the other state we had them in? I can't remember. Like those weren't really that fun. Oh, you're in Baltimore. Okay. I see. Still, why do y'all, bro? If y'all gonna go to the States, go to like Texas or Florida or Hawaii or something. Like, I always go to like, everybody is in North Carolina or South Carolina. I don't know why y'all do that. If I'm gonna pay all that money, bro, I'm gonna go somewhere where it's a really nice state. That's why I said I just want to put my money towards going overseas, man. Shoot. I'm about to take a whole tour in Europe, bro. I'm trying to tell you, every country I'm about to touch down on. I was doing that too. I said, bro, I thought I would never get out of these 3 states growing up, man. Indiana, Kentucky, and Ohio. That's why I dread those states. They suck, man. Ohio's probably the worst of all of them. No, Indiana is. And then it's Ohio, then it's Kentucky. Those 3 states I don't even want nothing to do with, bro. You feel me? That's why I come out here. I done been to a lot of other states, man. I ain't been to New York City yet, surprisingly. I ain't been to Hawaii. Those are the only 2 places left in the United States I want to go with. I don't care about nowhere else. I done been to Miami. I done been to LA. You know what I'm saying? Of course, obviously Texas. You know what I'm saying? I done been to most of these other states. I don't really care for them because they suck. You know, they really suck. But my thing now is like since Europe is closer to us than a lot of these other places, I said let's go do a European thing first, and then we can do an Asian tour because my Asian tour is gonna be better than my European tour. So that's just the stuff that I'm on. That's the stuff that I'm looking at. As I said, I want to be around some non-English speaking people. That's what I like now. It was so nice being in Costa Rica because all you hear is Spanish all day, and I was like, that's nice to hear, man. I don't like people speaking English no more. It's annoying. Unless they got an accent, you know. But Asheville, is that in South Carolina? I don't know these places, y'all. I don't know South Carolina like it. Never been there. Ugh. See this mood? No, North Carolina? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it is. This mood is giving me like POV or something. It's like you're in Julius Caesar them time in the BCs or something, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what it reminds me of. Like it's just like Julius Caesar them time BC. You just go outside or whatever. Imagine that, bro. They ain't have no electric cars, they ain't have no phones or nothing. It's just they would ride up on a horse and be like a message from the high priestess or you know what I'm saying? Like a message from the emperor. I would have been like, bro, you couldn't text me on my cell phone telephone. If Julius Caesar really wants his tax money, you can tell him to hit me up on Telegram. Like, why he send you 3 days later? The difference is back then they didn't have phones where they can track you. You can get away with tax evasion all day. Like, how you know? How you keep a tab on somebody that didn't pay their taxes? You didn't have a computer, a smart computer. How you know who paid their taxes and who didn't? And then when you was on the run, nobody would ever know because it's like, bro, they didn't have cameras. They didn't have like tracking device like they got now. Like now they can catch you anywhere in the world. They didn't have that back then, so you can be on the run for 30 years. They would never catch you. All they would do is put up a wanted poster, like wanted. Like, bro, you put up a sculpture. This could look like anybody. This don't look like me. That's why I said it was so much easier back then to do murder, because like you can get away with it. Like nowadays you can't get away with murder. Yeah. It's in the mountains. You like and Asheville, it's an art and music scene. Oh really? Okay. Yeah, I don't know where that is. Never been there. I try to stay away from North Carolina because that state just, ugh, it disgusts me. I don't like many places on the East Coast, man. If I'm gonna be on the East Coast, I'm going Florida, man. I ain't trying to be all in other states. So, like I said, I just enjoy my time. Let me see. I gotta go to the bathroom. Let's see what bathrooms are like. Walking into the bathroom. These are the men's bathroom. Okay, nice little Italian themed bathroom. Okay. See, I love the architecture, man. It's just I love this stuff. Hold on, I got pee real quick. Hold on. Lots of NYC people. I told you everybody from NYC, man. Or not NYC, but NC. Like, I don't like North Carolina. I don't know why I got beef with that state. Probably because I got stuck in the airport in Charlotte for like 12-ish hours. Like, bro, I do not like Charlotte. You couldn't pay me to live in Charlotte. You couldn't pay me no money to live in Charlotte. I would never. I don't like Charlotte. One of my favorite YouTubers, man, Nim Raps. He's in Charlotte. And he loves it. I was like, ew. But he's always in Japan. He goes all over the world. He's a black dude. He loves Japan, man. I said, bro, get out of Charlotte. Charlotte sucks. Yes, Texas heat, but it's quality living. That's why I said we get way more for our money, man. What y'all paying? I don't know what y'all paying for gas, bro. Our gas is pretty cheap here. You feel me? Groceries and stuff. Like I said, everything. The cost of living in San Antonio is pretty cheap. It's fairly cheap. So you can come here with a good savings, boy. Like I said, I came to San Antonio. I wasn't even working for like 2-3 months when I first came here. I lived off my savings for about 2.5 months, bro. I didn't even save that much money. My goal was to save about 10 grand, but I can only save about like 5 or so because I did it like last minute. So I lived off of like 4.5 grand, bro, for like 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Like I was set. So imagine that. So telling you, you want to change your scenery. That's what you really want to do. I had to change mine. I said, look, I want to go somewhere else and do something else. I can't do this crap. Kentucky was just not it. Beautiful place sometimes, but I said I can't deal with it. The people get on my nerves here. You know what I'm saying? It's really the small mindedness. That's the thing they give me. It's just the small minded people I can't stand. Like they just live for nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, this sucks. Everybody care about Kentucky Derby and a raggedy concert that come here, man. A celebrity that come here and throw up the L sign for the Louisville Cardinals. Like this is what you care about. This I mean, you should have saw it, man. Beyonce came here in 2013. They was like, she threw up the L for Louisville. Like, that could have been F Illuminati. Like, y'all niggas could have been F for losers, bro. That means she got all y'all money. I said, they be so dumb. They hype anything up. They said, yeah, they was like, they're coming to Louisville today. Who cares? Somebody want to go see that. You'll get one celebrity that come in there every now and then. I said, bro, celebrities are in San Antonio all day. I live up the street from where they all are. This is the area where all the celebrities come at, dude. All the basketball players, when they come in town to play the games, they stay up here in this area. They got these hotels where they stay at. They just had the playoff series the other week. You know what I'm saying? Charles Barkley them was up here. All the ESPN people's up here. All the celebrities come up here. Like this is one of the nicest areas where that's at. So everybody comes up here. Like I said, when you got white people money like I do, you can do this. You know what I'm saying? I said, listen, I worked long and the hard. I worked the hard and the long, bro, to get this. Listen, I worked hard. That's why I said I'm actually able to enjoy a lot of stuff that I get. So it's nice because coming from Louisville, I didn't really have all of that. You know what I'm saying? So, and Louisville, that's nice places. Don't get me wrong, but it's definitely nothing. It's definitely nothing like how this is. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we have celebrities here all the time. We have big name people here all the time. San Antonio got a lot of influences. I see that, man. We got a lot of like famous people here, bro. My homie just told me today. I went to go see him today. He said, yeah. He said last Wednesday, one of his friends is like a big time influencer. He said they doing a whole documentary. It was a whole California crew or whatever that came out, and they doing a documentary gonna put it on Netflix. He said he might be on Netflix. I said, bro, they got a lot of big time people over here. You feel me? Like San Antonio is a really nice spot. Because everybody wants to come here. I told you, nobody wants to be in freaking Louisville. Louisville sucks. Like, let me go further down here. I'm gonna go sit on this bench over here. What you trying to tell people? I said, bro, they be so boring. I'm like, I can't stand boring people, man. It's just, ugh. That's why you see people in Kentucky, like, a lot of them don't really live for much. They boring, so. Well, you did the right thing with your finances. You saved up and you got to a place that's affordable. Show did. That's why everybody's trying to get me to move to Dallas. I said, no, man, because Dallas is more expensive, and Dallas sucks. Most people don't even like Dallas anyways, man. All their teams suck along with the people. They got the worst drivers in the nation, bro. Dallas has the worst drivers in the United States. They really do. San Antonio is not too far away because they also got some of the worst drivers in the United States, bro. People just, they suck here. In Texas, when you're on the highway, you got to take it. You want that exit, take it, because they're not going to let you over. They are not going to let you over. Don't matter. Oh, this is nice. Oh, shit. A nice little secluded bench. If y'all do come to the United States, come somewhere nice. I don't really see why you want to come to the United States when you live in Europe. Like, you got all the places in the world that's better than this. Like, this is cool and all, but see, America used to be that place. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe back in the early 2000s, late 90s or so, like, America used to be that place. But now America, she's falling off, man, because look at the people that's representing her. You know what I'm saying? And this orange idiot in office, man, he's just doing all types of stuff. He's undoing the system. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's crashing and burning everything. Like, dude is messing everything up. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of it, the attitudes of the people, man. The people is what really makes the United States not a place you want to be at. You know what I'm saying? Overseas, they know a lot about unity. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't really do a lot of that here. You know what I'm saying? That's why they be like, united we stand, divided we fall. We so divided we falling. You know what I'm saying? Like, over there, they'll do more like nationality. I noticed that with, like, I'm not saying they ain't racist and colorist too, but I noticed really over in other countries, they more like national wise. Like, they don't like the next door neighbors. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't like Croatians or they don't like Mexicans. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like within their own culture. They're like, here in the United States, we do colorism. That's what we mainly based off of. So we all are Americans, but you got white Americans that don't like black Americans, and black Americans don't like white Americans, and Asian Americans don't like just nobody likes each other over some stupid color. You know what I'm saying? Don't even know why. It's basically based off the color. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see somebody that has an ancient hatred towards like these people over here, so they be like, "Oh, he's Japanese, I'm Chinese." So as an ancient history there, there really is no ancient history with colors. So I'm like the fact that people are doing that over here just because you black or because you a little lighter. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so stupid. You know what I mean? Americans really make you not want to be around other Americans, bro. It's annoying. You got people that successful black women won't leave black women alone, mad at them for whatever reason. And then some of these black women that think they can speak for everybody, mad at light-skinned girls and mad at white girls. Like, just everybody mad at each other over some skin tone. It's like, yo, y'all all are dumb. Like, I don't like none of y'all. Hold on. I'm going to teach you how to save. Stop listening to Young Miami. Spend that. Don't spend it. Just save, man. So say, what's up, Crystal? Just save your money, man. That's all you gotta do. Save your money. Yeah, everybody want me to do a meet and greet. The only problem is I don't want to greet and meet. It depends. I ain't trying to meet and greet everybody. People weird. I'm not trying to meet and greet Americans. I don't want to meet and greet Americans. I'll meet and greet foreigners. Yeah. I would love to meet and greet people all over the world. That's actually worth it. I ain't trying to meet and greet nobody Cincinnati. Like, yeah. I love to meet and greet everybody from all type of cultures. What's that moving in them bushes, boy? Almost put out the strap. I was like, but what is that over move? Like, bro, don't be coming over here on my live stream. I'm trying to give you good props now, baby. Don't come out here. See all of that firewood, right? That's firewood. I'll kill them and start a fire and grill it and roast it. Don't know what I ate, boy, but it was good as a mug. I was picking my teeth. Didn't need no seasoning, salt, nothing. I'll tell you for sure, I was hungry. I ain't hungry no more. Sure would. I'd shoot the squirrels. American squirrels. I think overseas squirrels be like red and stuff. Like stuff over here is so boring, man. Like our trees are boring here. It's like nothing's fascinating. Like name a nigga that got a vineyard in their backyard, man. Ain't got no vineyard here. Like I said, you heard White G say that. He said, I got white folks money that I won't blow. And if you ask why, because white folks don't. Big bank take little bank. I said, genius. Brilliant. I said, you start thinking like that, you can save your money. I don't want California vineyards. I don't want California vineyards. I want Roman vineyards. I want Spain vineyards. I want Portugal vineyards. I don't want California vineyards. It's like saying I want real authentic Chinese food. That's Chinese food up on Wells Street. I don't want Wells Street Chinese food. I don't want Charlotte Chinese food. I want China Chinese food. It's the same thing with the potato salad. You got somebody white, oh, I got raisins in my potato. I don't want raisins in potato salad. I want our potato salad. I don't know, man. I don't get into that stuff. You know, people believe anything. If you touch the tree, you can get this energy good. When I slam your face in it because you talking crazy, I hope you soak up all the energy. You got enough energy to whoop me. Because I guarantee you, you ain't going to get right up well energized. You're going to be sitting right there with a piece of bark stuck right there. Ouch, hit my funny bone. Dang, that hurts. Oh, that's a lizard. I was like, what's in them grass? I keep hearing stuff in the grass. It's a lizard. You thinking that's a bear or wildebeest or something? It be these all want to be deep. That's the thing I don't like about America, because I don't really see a lot of other cultures do this. But Americans do this stuff. Like I don't really see French people doing this, or Italians, or you know what I'm saying. Even Africans know there's just certain stuff you don't do. You know what I'm saying? Like they was like, yeah, they don't play a lot with that superstitious stuff, especially witchcraft. They don't play a lot with that deep energy type. They don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Only American idiots, because Americans are dumb. They do this stuff. Channel your inner self. Girl, let him walk away. You gonna shine later. I ain't never seen an Italian post that. Like, so why are you posting it? If you touch a tree, you can get his energy. Like, well, good. Get your energy, girl, and go pick up your boxes at work so we can go home. I love how you want to do this. You want to act deep now. You want to be deep and do your job so we can all leave on time. I say, yes, there's plenty of trees outside. You can touch all the grass you want to. Soak up that Athena energy and get your boxes so we can go home. Like, dang. Still never seem to get you to get the energy to pick up your stuff and like, oh, I'm tired. Oh, I got cramps today. Oh, I'm feeling it. Oh, no. Oh, my boyfriend left me today. That's a reason not to work. I said, girl, 2 of my 3 girls never text me back. You don't see me complaining. You don't see me complaining about it. I said, I just put myself right back on Tinder and find the other 2. I'm like, girl, I have to still go to work. Like, the nerve of some people is just selfish. I said, bro, please, forget your feelings. You ever got your heart broken and got to go to work the next day? Like, bro, that is one of the worst feelings. You really having girl problems and you got to go to work. Like, you do not want to work. Women don't want to work when they're upset either. Like, nobody wants to do that. You don't get to take a mental day and cry and be upset. You got to go to work. And you thinking about that all day. That's the worst. You ever looked at your phone hoping they text you back and they never text you back? You see what I'm saying? You know how that feels. You ain't got no man. And then your phone vibrate in your pocket and you take it out. It's like, yeah, thanks for your payment process. Like, I don't care about this payment process. Like, you talking about? But thank you for your payment. I said, no, just take everything then. Just take it out, why don't you? I said, well, at least T-Mobile is there for me and checked up on me. At least a scam caller checked up on me one time. He checked up on me more than you. Hello, sir, I'm calling you about your Apple Tech report. I said, man, you the only person that ever checked on me. Good grief, sir. I know I'm supposed to be the scammer, but I'm kind of concerned about your well-being. Are you okay? Please talk to me while you enter in your debit card number. I said, you know, sometimes she just 443041. Yeah, sometimes she just gives over and the expiration date, sir. Like, oh yeah, 0938. Anyways, man, she just gives over. She never called back. Sir, I hate to inform you that sometimes women can be really like that, but thank you for your payment. You sound like a lot of men with a lot on your plate. What's going on, sir? Talk to me. That's why I said I've been upset before. I said, boy, I still gotta go to work. That's why I said you gotta deal with an American woman like Eve. Gotta go to work, man. Girl, old girl ain't want to text you. Don't want to say nothing. I'm just like, well, maybe it's over. Then you let it go, and then like I said, a week later, it's all, bro. Women do this. They take like a week later. It's always like this. You get a random phone call, or you get a random text. Cause I delete your number. I'll delete your number. I get a random text from a number that says maybe somebody. I said, who's maybe? So you don't miss me no more. So you just gonna let me walk away? And then they won't be like, oh, I missed you. I said, no, you just got plowed real quick. You want to come back now after you done plowing. Like, I said, ew, give me a foreigner. How'd you get so unbothered to teach us? It's called dealing with Negroes. Your whole life, you gotta do. Everybody has to deal with certain people all day. Again, I know there's white people that gotta deal with their people. Mexicans gotta deal with their people. I'm pretty sure Romanians got to deal with certain people that mess with them, Croatian and Hungarians and Bosnians. Everybody got their own people where they got to deal with. So we got our people that we have to deal with all the time. So when you do that for a good 20, 11 years, I'm like, yeah, you just get unbothered sometimes. Really, man, when you get to your like mid-20s, especially around like you get to like 27, I say like 27 or so, like you really just don't care no more. Like I stopped really caring after like 27, 28 years old. Like it don't bother you. Like you used to be like, oh, well, I'll send them a text and I'll check up on them and see how they doing and see how they go. I said, nigga, I don't care about it. I'm like, bro, look, I don't want to talk to you no more. I said, well, girl, you ain't getting any younger. You ain't getting no thinner anyways. You cow. I just let it be insulted. Because sometimes they like that. A cow? Well, I guess I'll come back inside. Like, yeah, you better. Moo! You just don't care. I said, bro, I just learned when you learn to be a jerk, you can go on with your life, man. Your life is so much better. Because it's all the stuff that you wish you would have said growing up. You wish you would have said this to somebody that was getting on your nerves. Because you thought, well, if I just thug it out with them one time, and I just love them one time, maybe they'll care about me. I said, boy, do you know the way I talk now? I wish I would have talked growing up. I'm like, no, baby, just come back. I'll talk to you. I said, no, baby, let's talk. We talking about love and relationships. Buckle in, this is going to get rough. I used to be a man that cared about what people thought. I said, no, you got to be on your best behavior so women don't think that you're weird. I said, women going to think you weird anyway. They think you weird if you... Women think you weird now if you use tap to pay. They talking about a man that tap to pay is red flag. I said, that means we got money. Like, we can't use tap to pay. I said, rule number 634, don't use tap to pay. Sorry, I forgot we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Women thought I was weird because I was not trying to get in their panties. They going to think you weird for anything. I said, it's kind of weird how you haven't asked me for sex yet. I'm like, am I supposed to? I thought that's what y'all said that's all dudes wanted. Well, it is kind of weird. It's giving me weird vibes. I'm like, so respect is giving you weird vibes. I said, okay, rule number 794, we can't be respectful. Rule number 795, you can't be disrespectful. Like, you can't win, dude. I just stopped caring because, like I said, the human race has failed me many times. I just don't care, man. I said, at this point, I know why God flooded the world. Because I'm like, God was tired of us too, man. Like, everybody tired of us, bro. God flooded the world. And then when Moses then came on scene, God was ready to kill all of them because they were so dumb. I'm like, listen, I know what the Father's dealing with, man. I told God the other week, I told God a couple of months ago, I said, God, I don't know why you like me. I'm so dumb. I said, why do you like us? I said, why do you love us? Because we are so stupid. Because I said, God, I don't like people at all. I said, how do you do this for a living all day? Like, I don't know how you do this. So, yeah, I just stopped caring about a lot of stuff, man. So when you have every IG thought that gets on IG crying about their boyfriend all day since 2011, I'm like, you just get tired of it, dude. IG came out like 2013, but Jake's been doing it since 2011. It's so annoying. I can't believe I gave my heart to somebody who never loved me in the first place. Ugh. The problem with you men, somebody get on there. What men don't understand, the problem with you men is. I say, yep, and buddy still be scoring, still be hitting, don't matter. Women want to insult you after. They will insult you after. That's why I said, see, American women do this type of stuff, man. They'll do that. They be like, that's why you broke. Well, they never did it to me. I never dealt with those type, but I've dealt with some snobs, but they were snobs that had their own stuff. So I'm like, I can respect that. Like, the snobs that ain't got nothing, these little young Miami type chicks. Bro, I heard a woman say, she went viral for saying that. She said, I need to get my hair done, my nails done. She said, dude, got to have at least 10 million. I was like, 10 million? 10 million? I said, yo, what 10 million? I guarantee you this girl looser than a Arby's roast beef sandwich. I guarantee you. And she's looser than a pack of lunch meat. And she's sitting there talking about, you got to have 10 million. For what? Use roast beef? I'm good. I don't even like roast beef like that in the first place. So I'm like, bro, I'm good. Girl really said that for a sandwich. Like, you got to pay 10 million for her lunch meat. Like, what? Your love oven has been overcooked so many times, and you tell me I got to have 10 million? Like, girl, what? Ew. And then you wonder why dudes go overseas and talk to women over there, because women look better than you, and then they act better than you, and they got accents, and they have better languages, and they talk better and take care of themselves, and they more respectful than you, and they don't expect the nigga to have $10 million. You telling me I couldn't go to Finland and get a Finnish girl for way less that looks better than you? I go to Nigeria right now and go get a woman. Like, you mean tell me I can't go over there and get one? Girl saying 10 million, man, look like a pack of mildew. I know you I ain't trying to talk. A woman in Rome don't expect you to have 10 million. They don't care about that stuff. They want to know what your plan is, what your life plan is. If you somebody that can hold it down, if you look good, you take care of yourself, okay, I like you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about you. When I had my Italian girlfriend, no, not girlfriend, but when I had my Italian stallion, I said, she never act like that. I think girl came from me, bro. She showed us on her story, bro. Her brother was driving like Lamborghinis and stuff. I said, bro, she got to be rich. She got to be rich, dude. She never asked me for no money, never, bro. I just wanted somebody to love me. I had my Princess Peach set. I said, boy. She said, I needed you to understand me and love me. I said, oh, baby, I do. They probably Well, then lie and say, girl, I don't know. Yeah, I've had somebody say that. One dude thought I was gay because I didn't, because my former best friend, she was light skinned. She was beautiful, beautiful girl. But I wouldn't touch her because at first, at the time, I was with somebody. And then, second of all, I was like, bro, she's freaking nuts. So that's why I wouldn't touch her. That's why I don't like her like that. He thought I was gay. He said, man, ain't no way you can't touch her. I said, okay. I said, go ahead and get with her, buddy. Guess what he did? Got with her, and guess what? Her mouth never shut up. He gonna come to me talking about, man, she talked too much. Duh. That's why I told you that. See? You see that? Not everything that glitter is gold, homie. She would leave him alone, follow him around all day. All she did was cry about dude. He like doesn't see me for who I am. I was like, ugh, get a tan. Get a tan, dude. Like, that's why I said I've always liked foreign women anyways, man. I like women overseas because they've always been better than me. So I mean, I don't really care. Like I said, I don't care about the color. I don't really care whether you black, white. I never really cared about that, but I've never been scared to venture out. You know what I'm saying? As I said, some people will look at it now like we got people in here, like I said, from Bosnia, and we got people in here from Romania. You know, there are some women in here right now that probably look and be like they would never talk to a Romanian man or a Bosnian man. Versus me, I'm just like, I wouldn't mind talking to a Romanian woman or a Bosnian woman or a French woman or whatever. Well, maybe not French because I hate the way they sound when they talk. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm like, listen, I don't care. I never really cared about the ethnicity or the color or the language, except French. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really care. Because I'm just like, bro, a woman's a woman. Like, I love women. So I'm like, I think it's kind of interesting to talk to somebody of a different culture. I'm very entwined. I'm a really big world historian. I like different cultures. I don't attract to just about any and every culture. You know what I'm saying? Like I said last year, I had a bunch of Lebanese and Saudi Arabians, man. They was trying to holler at a Negro. And they was trying to show they was interested. Because you know in their culture, when they interested, they'll do like, they put on their music and they'll be doing like they little, like they little belly dances and stuff. They saw me, the only black dude out there at night. I was doing my live stream. And they was out there dancing on top of the tables and everything. I was like, what are they doing over here? And then I was dancing in front of y'all. They saw me, they said, hey. They was trying to get me, come on with them. Old girl came over and brought me some water and some cheesecake. She said, what do you do out here? She had an accent. She said, well, we got a food over here. She said, I give it to you. She said, you look kind of like you want. She said, I give you food. And I was like, oh, nice. And then they sent the kids over there. I said, that's your mama over there? They said, yeah. I said, your mama fine. I said, girl, your mama fine. I said, tell mama I said, thank you. I said, what is this? He said, it's like Lebanese type stuff. I said, I ain't never, now they food didn't look that good, you know what I'm saying? But I said, because I don't know they food like that, you know what I'm saying? But I said, I was looking at the food, I said, y'all pretty. Y'all beautiful. That's why I be trying to tell American men. I said, boy, you can't get your underdensity to act right. You better go overseas and go get one of them. Boy, they will act right quick. They do not care, boy. Stop being not open to explore, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop this. Again, I know everybody loves their own ethnicity. I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying, like, if you keep complaining about it, you don't have to complain, bro. That's all people all over the world, bro. Moses went and got an Ethiopian. We know why he got an Ethiopian. Probably because he was tired of his own Negroes. Like, he tired of people. You feel me? They was looking. They was like, trying to pull a brother. I can't help but notice. Don't nobody have a problem with me. That's why I said I don't really have an issue with women of color. I don't really do that. I don't really have an issue with that type of stuff. Black women never gave me an issue. The only people of color to give me an issue is niggas. Nigga men. Those are the ones that be hating on you because they just mad. I had maybe like 2 jealous white dudes that was around me one time. They was sassy about something. I said, other than that, I said, brother, the majority of dudes that be mad on my page and in my face would be black men. They be mad about everything. I said, yeah, don't think women can't be passport bros too and go overseas and go get them a Romanian. Like, they'll go get one of them too. They tired of you niggas. You know you sassy as a man when you get online talking about black women will go date white guys. So, like, men don't talk like that. That was stuff women would say. Men don't say stuff like that. That's weird. Says she should date a white guy but won't date me. I said, you comparing yourself to another man? That sounds kind of gay to me, but whatever. That's why I told you, I said, listen, I've been cool since I came to San Antonio. I've actually been chill. I haven't really been talking to people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like back in Louisville, I didn't care about nothing, so I was doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I said since I've been in San Antonio, I've been actually cool. I ain't been running around talking to everybody and you know on mega dates and stuff like that. Like because I'm just like I wanted to focus on my life. I said I came out here to do something different. I didn't want to bring that same Louisville mentality out here and do the same thing. And I'm really glad it took restraint, y'all, because I'm like, bro, these people out here is better. People in Louisville, women in Louisville ugly. I don't know what we saw in them, but I said, but when you come out here, women out here are gorgeous, beautiful. It took, and they be your next door neighbors, your co-workers, your technicians. You know what I'm saying? Any and everything, bro. They go to your church. They work at the shop. They work at the restaurants. Everything. They be your gas station clerks. Anything, bro. You couldn't find one that wasn't cute. And it took a lot out of me not to really go approach them like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, I wanted to focus on life, man. You have any idea how hard it is to sacrifice that? Knowing you could have one whenever, but I kept saying, no, I don't want one right now. I'm busy with my life, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said now I'm talking about traveling. I'm talking about doing other stuff, you know what I'm saying? I love women, but I was like, sometimes, bro, you got to just focus on something else. That's all I did in Louisville. That's why I could never get nowhere. I could never get my music done. Could never do well what I was supposed to be doing because that's all we talked about, you know? Like, it's so dumb now. Linking with the homies and talking about girls, like, oh, my type is this, or my type is that. We don't care, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's live for something. I don't know how people get on the internet crying about their boyfriend all day and their relationship status and they type. And now people's getting on the internet talking about they type, talking about I wouldn't date this race. Why do we need to know that? Just don't date them. I think it's so funny how dudes get on the internet talking about they wouldn't date black women. Why do you have to tell us that? Just don't date them then, dummy. Like, why you gotta announce that? Are you trying to make people mad? Like, be a bunch of rage baiters, dude. Like, they're just trying to rage bait everybody. You feel me? And I said, no, black women wouldn't date you. And I said, neither would the Romanians, and neither would the white girls, and neither would the Europeans. They wouldn't date you either. And that dude's trying to call white girls racist because they won't date him because he's black. I said, no, they just don't like you. Oh my gosh, man. That stuff is getting just, ugh. How y'all put it with these tattletale men? Hold on. Oh, man. Who's still in here, bro? What we got going on? It's just kind of like what I like to do, like earlier streams, because I know we got people that's overseas, so their timing is different than ours. So usually when I be doing mine at night, they can't really come in and watch them. So it is kind of nice to do it where it's still kind of coolish outside. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like too hot right now, but it's 91 degrees where I'm in the shade. So ain't been. That's why I said American dudes be weird. They take the fact that they think like, because a lot of women all over the world like black men, they think they included. And I said, no, they like certain black men. They don't like you. Bro, I've seen black dudes do this stuff, man. Oh, they don't like them. They don't. Mexican women don't like us. Like, no, they don't like you, bro. I ain't never had an issue with them. I've never had an issue with any culture. I don't know what's wrong with you, bro. I've never talked to somebody from Israel, but I probably wouldn't even have an issue with them. Like, I wouldn't have an issue with nobody. Like, again, bro, it's just your preference. It's the way you approach people. People are still people, dude. You know what I mean? That's why I said I want to go venture out and see other cultures, man. See what they like. You know what I'm saying? They got people over there too. That's why we trying to tell fools how you know your spouse ain't overseas. How you know they in the United States? You know what I'm saying? You don't know that. Like the Bible literally said, it said, close up the books for the last days, knowledge will be increased, which means it's talking about technology. Like nowadays you got technology where you can meet people all over the world, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like back then they had to travel afar and broad. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have Instagram or, they didn't have Hinge or Tinder or stuff like that. They didn't have this stuff. They didn't have like online ministry where they can meet up with people and do group chats and stuff. They didn't have that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I said back then they had to go and, just be lucky to get on the boat and have the money and the funds to go overseas. You know what I'm saying? Like, or somebody came to their land. I said, you know what I mean? But even back in the 90s and early 2000s, they didn't have social media like that. You had to have somebody email. You know what I'm saying? You had to have somebody's telephone number. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to be courageous and walk up to him and ask him and talk to him. You could just follow him on Instagram. You know what I mean? I said nowadays we got a lot of technology. You don't know people meet like this all the time. That's why I said I don't put it past me. I said, look, man, I love my people. I love my culture. I said, but nigga, my wife ain't even in the United States probably. Like, I just don't even care. You think I'm joking? I don't care. I said, I'm gonna go wherever I'm loved. I'm gonna go wherever I feel like it. Whatever type I choose is the type I'm gonna choose. Video has been choppy since I jumped on. Well, it's definitely on your end, because it ain't on mine. My internet good. Get out there and venture out, man. It's a whole world I gotta see, bro. What Disney movies did, bro, was make you venture out, bro. They literally sang songs about a whole new world. Every Disney movie took place in a different country. It took place in a different place. It should have made you be like, bro, this is very foreign. These are very different lands, man. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff that we watch always takes place in different countries and different cities. Like, you should have been noticing that. You should have been like, hey, I'm gonna go out here and see that. You know what I mean? They was all Disney princesses. They was all princesses of a different land. You know what I'm saying? Like, that should have made you be like, hey, I'm gonna go out there and see that. You know what I'm saying? It makes you want to travel and venture out, bro. I remember they told us at the 4th grade we had to learn Spanish, like in elementary, and then we had to watch a video, and they said never leave the United States without speaking Spanish. And at first I was like, man, who care about that? Nobody care about that type of stuff. Because I thought because at the time, United States was on the top. That was the country everybody wanted to be in. Nobody really cared about going anywhere else. We kept thinking everybody was poor. You know, like, oh, they poor, and United States got the best economy. We got the best everything. Man, we were so patriotic, you know what I'm saying? And then we look at like, bro, we trying to get out of here. You feel me? And then when I went to Costa Rica for the first time, I didn't even speak Spanish. And I said, dang, I remember that video came back to my mind where it said, never leave without speaking Spanish. And other cultures know they have to learn 2 to 3 different languages. They required to learn at least another language, English especially, probably, because the world mainly speaks in English sometimes, you know? So that's why they be in like Turkmenistan or some unknown country speaking Arabic or whatever, but they still know English. Everybody knows a little bit of English because they required to learn some language. And people make fun of their accents and the way that they broke in English is. I said, well, at least you couldn't speak Indian. You couldn't speak their stuff. What's up, Georgia? I said, you couldn't speak a lick of their language, but I'm like, but they trying the best they can to speak language that you can understand. They still speak enough and understand enough that they can talk to you. That's very smart. They're not dumb because they don't pronounce words right. It just means that they smart enough to know 2 languages. If you got 2, 3 languages on your mind, you probably don't know the best of everything. You know what I mean? That's why I said American English is so boring. I'm tired of Americans, man. They boring people, man. Phew. Well, I don't know what else I'm gonna do. What else I'm gonna talk about, y'all? I'm just chilling. So let's go get on the swing. Hopefully the sun ain't on a. I mean, it's pretty hot. Like I said, it could be cooler, but I'm in the shade, so you get a nice little breeze. The sun ain't beating you to death like you know what I'm saying? We got some more streamers out here. People out here with their selfie sticks. So, like I said, man, I just be cooling. But I really about to do my multicultural thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get involved with a lot of different multicultures and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, got a lot of work to do, a lot of places to go at. You know what I'm saying? So, very big on my cultures, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to be interested by other stuff and other things, man. I don't like being bored. You know what I'm saying? So, when you see other cultures, man, other cultures to me are very fascinating because they actually do something with their life. You know what I'm saying? And you can learn a lot of stuff from them, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to be snobby either, you know what I mean? So, Yeah, that's so pretty, man. I love stuff like this. It really hypens up the mood. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love stuff that brings up the mood. You know what I'm saying? Like some things really make you want to be like, oh, I want to go here, I want to go there, I want to do this, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I like things like that. That's why I like to venture out and get around the people. Even if they are in the United States, it's like, well, they in the United States now, but they really originally come from this place. And so there's a lot of food, like I said, as an American, there's a lot of food that we kind of nervous to try. You know what I'm saying? Like, probably wouldn't eat everything. As I said, some Lebanese people came and gave me some of their food. It did not look too good. You know what I'm saying? I don't know much about, get off me. I don't know much about like Lebanese or Saudi Arabia and stuff. But I said, but I'm going to try a little bit. I know over in Thailand, they be eating them tarantulas. I said, that's the one thing I would never eat. I said, y'all mad nasty for that. There's just some things that God not mean for us to eat. And the tarantula was one of them. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, I wouldn't step foot near none of that. Absolutely not. I don't know how somebody looked at that and said, that's tasty. That's so nasty. Like,
You gotta get somebody to push you, man.
yeah, I know, right? He said, I need somebody to push me. I said, well, whatever her name is. Having an Italian woman come. You look at bored. Let me come in and push you. And that, kids, is how I met your mother. Like, I met your mother. Listen, that's why I said Steve is cool now, which I'm still kind of like it, but back then, like I said, I had a weakness for really beautiful women. Like, I mean, it's true. It's so serious, man. Even the Bible says a woman's beauty is a gift. You know what I'm saying? A woman's hair is her glory. Like, you know what I'm saying? They was like, the woman is one of the only thing. A woman and money is the only two things that stand between a man and God, bro. It's the only thing that'll stop God from really getting to you is a woman and some money. That's why the Bible talks about mammon and it talks about the lust of the flesh. You know what I'm saying? Because women just have that thing. It's not necessarily wrong to feel that for women. It's just like they can also be your God. You know what I'm saying? If you're not careful. So I had a thing. Everybody got a thing for beautiful women, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I never cared about the culture or the color. I was like, is they beautiful? They beautiful. I like them because they different cultures. So when I would see beautiful Italian women that spoke Italian, or beautiful Mexican women that spoke, not Mexican, but Spanish, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see beautiful women of all cultures. I like that, you know what I'm saying? I used to fall in love very easily. My music going good. It's going pretty good. I ain't made no new music in a while. I've been taking a break off of that, you know what I'm saying? That feels pretty good not to make new music right now. That's why I said I'm like, just been, it's the stuff I think about, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said I like peaceful, beautiful sceneries like this, man. Like, it's nice. That's why I said this is just like I don't want to say a hole in the wall place, but I never seen it. Like, I would come in this area like all the time or somewhere, and like I would never see it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the stuff that you don't see is the stuff that you want to go to. Like, I like the smaller franchises instead of like the big time, because I feel like the smaller franchises are better. They food is more authentic, it's more real, because it's less known, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody know McDonald's, but McDonald's ain't no burger, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to go to a real burger joint. I want to go to the place that look like it's like, it look kind of run down, because they food is off the chain. And the hood, the best soul food is the ones that's in the most dangerous places. Just like Mexicans will tell you, they said the best tacos are in the most dangerous spots. You know what I'm saying? I said it's the same in the hood. The best soul food is in the worst places. The best soul food in the city of Louisville, Kentucky is in the West End, the place you don't want to go at. The West End is a godforsaken place. You know what I'm saying? But they got the best soul food because it's dangerous. Like, man, I could get shot standing in line, but I'm like, it's worth it. For this salmon croquette and this sweet taters, it's so worth it. It's beautiful, man. That's why I said, man, got me out here feeling like I'm Princess Fiona, man, swinging in the medieval castle or something, daggone. Shoot. So I said, this is what I mean by just living, just enjoying life and living. This is what I want to do. Might as well call me Princess Fiona, because at nighttime my show turned into that ogre. Turned into that ogre. Ah, my ogre. She never texts me back. Ah. More plays at nighttime, boy, I'm asleep. I do not care. Boy, listen, y'all, at nighttime I don't care about nobody. I tell people, do not disturb me. Like, They be like, do your phone gonna do undisturbed? No, I just look at the ring. I don't even answer it. I don't talk to people at nighttime. Like, bro, don't call me. Every time I sit down and about to eat my food, somebody call like, bro, stop. Hey, Jones is bad at that too. I'll be telling Jones. I said, Jones, Jones called me at the worst time, dude. Every time I'm on live stream, Jones called me. Every time I'm about to sit down and eat, Jones called me. Every time I'm about to lay back for the day, Jones called me. Like, he does this, dude. I said, Jones, you gotta have a better time to call me, man. I'm about to take, bro, I'm not even lying, y'all. I'm about to take my first bite. Jones calls me. I say, Jones, why you calling me about to eat, dude? I said, come on, bro, your timing is awful, man. Dang. And then I'll call him back, he won't pick up. And I'm like, okay, well then I'll go back to doing what I'm doing. And then right when I'm about to go back to doing it, he'll call me. It's like, dude, stop. I said, Jones, get your timing right, dude. Yeah, I do act like Princess Fiona. So half these girls out here looking now, like, girl, you look like Fiona in Ogre form. Like, you gotta have 10 million. Not for that. Not even for the original Fiona. You trained Shrek. It's like, you trained Shrek. I made sacrifices for you. That's what you really think about me? See, I like peace, man. This is peaceful, you know what I'm saying? I can get with a peace movement. Y'all, listen, I had to fight for years, man. I had to fight for a lot of years, man. It feels nice to just be able to relax with your life. When you live a paranoid life, y'all, like, listen, I used to be paranoid, bro. I thought the government was following me. Yo, I thought the lizard alien people was trying to touch me in inappropriate ways and stuff. I was like, bro, I had all type of stuff messing with me. Devil wouldn't leave me alone. How I'm not checked into a halfway house, I don't know. But I was like, bro, I was kind of crazy. I would just have random episodes. Leave me alone. Get off me. Stop touching me. Stop pulling on my church clothes. Like, I was mad about everything. I go outside talking to myself. Somebody walking past the street, I act like I'm talking on my Apple Watch. Like, you know what I'm saying? I said, look, man, leave me alone. I would have been like the dude out the Bible. They say he's a lunatic. He throws himself in the fire, then he throws himself in the water. Like, he's just crazy. Like, Master, he's in the tomb cutting himself day and night. He's talking to himself about the NBA championship. Then nobody's there. Like, he's talking to Charles Barkley, ain't even there. Like, he's crazy, Master. Yeah. When dude said my name is Legion, what he was saying was my name is a nigga. A nigga means 2,000 problems. You got 99 problems, and nigga is extremely all of them. Like, listen. So the fact that I have peace now, the alien people are not talking to me through telekinesis is pretty nice. It's pretty nice to be able to relax. I said the voices, they're gone. I said the craziness is gone. I have been healed and redeemed. Nice to be healed and redeemed. You ever feel like y'all was losing your mind slowly? Like, bro, when I first moved to San Antonio, that's what it felt like, losing my mind. Because I was so depressed. I'm like, bro, I'm in a new land. I don't know people, you know what I'm saying? Like, all my people that I knew is gone. Like they got gone, but they in another city. And I said that comfort zone that I had is gone. Bro, I would sit there just having episodes. I just be sitting there just getting triggered fast, bro. I was dating a girl at the time. Her name was Sydney, bro. Every time that name kept getting said, bro, after we broke up, everybody's name was Sydney after that point. I would watch stuff on TV, a girl named was Sydney. Bro, that pissed me off. I was like, bro, why you keep saying that name? It was like out of that 2016 Batman movie with Superman. He said, you let him hurt Martha. He said, why did you say that name? Bro, I swear I was like that. I said, why did you say that name? I said, why would you say that name? You know what that name does to me? They said, I'll see you in Sydney, Australia. I might Wallaby. I said, oh, why did you say that name? I was like, bro, don't say that name. I went to the movies. I said, I'm going to go to the movies, take my mind off it, bro. And then a girl's name, one of the main characters, her name was Sydney. I said, why did you say that name? I'm over crying, all upset in my feelings. I said, well, look, bro, I'm not lying to y'all. Y'all always really like this. I said, well, look, I'll get back on a date profile. I said, I'll probably swipe right. Tell me why some girl name was Sydney. I said, why did you say that name? I'm not making this up. It really happened. I said, bro, everybody's name was Sydney at that time. I said, yo, this is pissing me off. I said, I'm going to get on TikTok, take my mind off of it. Bro, her profile kept popping up. I was like, I didn't follow. It kept saying people you may know. I hate when they do stuff like that. I said, half these niggas follow me because they watch my people. They think they know me. I said, people you may know. And I couldn't click block because you have to go to their profile and block them from there. Then it would show like you was on their profile. It's going to make me look like I'm stalking. I said, I couldn't even do it. And I would get mad because I'm like, bro, I don't like you, but I miss you at the same time. And I was like, oh, I gotta block this. So I said, I gotta just delete TikTok. So I never used TikTok because she kept popping up. Like I said, I was mental for a while, but I ain't the majority no more. I said, I'm doing all right. Like, yeah. Whee! I ain't gonna lie, I tried to do the swing with my nephew a couple of months ago. Me, him, and Joe got on this like triple swing set, and we was trying to do the swinging and whatever. Hannah was pushing us. I said, bro, I started getting like vertigo. I started getting like lightheaded and dizzy. I said, all right, nephew, I'm done, bro. I can't do this no more. I said, I don't like this stuff. I'm feeling lightheaded and stuff. Who's still in here, man? Who's still watching me? Y'all hear this music? So pretty out here, man. Y'all hear that? Okay. Yeah, they playing like saxophone music out here. I think. Well, this is what we do in the United States. We just waste our tax dollars. Well, what's on y'all mind? What y'all got going on, man? I'm taking Q&As. You better give me Q&As. I'll probably be leaving here in a little bit. So I just like it out here today, man. It feels good. It's beautiful outside. Everybody's nice. They don't look like they want to kill me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody looks nice. I'm for real, y'all. It feels good to just be happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I was never happy. It's just like sometimes, you know how you always was happy and you always had to worry about something else? Like, you know how things are too good? And you be like, bro, stuff is too good. Something about to happen. Like, you know how we do that. We always think, like, I hate when we do that stuff, you know? We can't learn to just let things be good. You know what I'm saying? We always got to worry and stress about stuff. You know what I mean? And I said, that's a lifestyle I'm not going to live no more. I said, I ain't doing that. That's not living. You know what I'm saying? And I said, I'm pretty sure God wouldn't want me to live this way either, man. Always being paranoid, because living out of fear, man, eventually living out of fear, that's a sin. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm not going to be living out of fear no more. You know what I'm saying? Or just, you know, always worried about stuff. It's like, look. And that's why those verses, Psalms 23, kept popping up. And those verses where it said, like, the birds don't worry about their next meal, the ants and all of that, especially the ants, those freaking idiots, man, all everywhere, just taking everybody's stuff, flies and all that. They don't worry about nothing, you know what I'm saying? I said, so why do I gotta be? It's like, if God closed them, it's like, how would he not close you? You feel me? And I started meditating on that, man, you know what I'm saying? Waking up in the morning and seeing how nature works and seeing how the birds are out there taking a spring bath. Like, it's like 20 birds taking a bath at one time. Like, the birds weren't worried about where the water came from, you know what I'm saying? So I said, why am I gonna be worried about it? You know what I'm saying? I said, man, daggone ants don't pay no rent. They in my refrigerator trying to take my stuff. You feel me? Ants is in my Doritos. Like, they ain't worried about where the Doritos came from and that it took a lot of my money to go grocery shopping. They ain't worried about that. Cockroaches didn't carry in my house either. So I said, why do I got to worry about it? Ask me, man, little ants, flies, and cockroaches are little thieves, man. Be stealing stuff. That's why I said, God, you judge us for how long, oh Lord, until you judge them for stealing. Stealing stuff. Man. I said, man, like, they don't worry about nothing. So I said, why am I? The lions don't worry about where the gazelle and the zebra's coming from. So I'm like, I shouldn't have to worry about nothing either. And that's when I started meditating on it. And I realized, yo, God started taking care of me. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. God started taking care of me at that time. All my stress that I was feeling was gone. You know what I'm saying? I was getting blessed in unexpected ways, man. Money was flowing in unexpected ways. But it happens because you got to believe and meditate on that, y'all. That's why I tell y'all be looking at millionaires and looking at people that's successful now. Like, y'all be looking at men and women of God that's taken care of. You don't understand. It took them 20 years to understand this stuff, dude. I said, bro, like, I had to start meditating. That's why I said every morning you got to wake up and go outside and pray. I would go outside on my morning walks. I'm staying healthy on top of it. I was already used to doing it with live streaming because I'm always walking around with y'all. So walking 6 miles in the morning is nothing. People look at, 6 miles. Yeah, that's because I'm used to it. And I would take that 2.5 hours to sit there and say my affirmations. I would pray, say my affirmations, listen to my music on the trail. It was peaceful. It's a great time with just me and God. I ain't looking at no text messages. Everybody bothering me, texting me. And I did this every morning. I still do it. You know what I'm saying? I've been kind of off of it because it's been kind of hot here. You know what I'm saying? I've been kind of occupied with other stuff, but I still make sure I say some prayers throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? But I did that in the morning, every morning, y'all. And I would pray certain prayers. You can pray prayers for anything. Listen, pray prayers for anything, dude. I said, you want prayers for peace? Pray that. You know what I'm saying? I would say, God, I'm praying for finances. God will provide. Yo, I'm not joking. He will provide finances, dude. And then, you got a bunch of talking idiots over here that just talk too much. So God would just keep doing stuff to show them stuff. And that's why Psalms 23 came in when I meditated on this. Like, God prepared a table for my enemies, like in front of them. And so every time they kept saying, God gonna judge you, you curse. I said, God was just showing me, like, I got you, son, you blessed. I told you, you just standing there and it was just random. Bro, I tell you, it's to the point where I'm standing here now not doing nothing. And somebody would just come and randomly bless me. I ain't even did nothing. As I said last week at church, I was just standing there cool. The homie came and checked. He said, what's up, dog? I said, what's up, man? He said, you want to do it today? I said, yeah. He just randomly took out $20 in here and lunch is on me. I was like, for what? I said, cuz I have money, but I mean, I can always use more. I just stood there. I said, bro, the blessings are getting so ridiculous now. I can just stand there. God just does it. That's why I said, I'm not surprised at what God does. Because I kept praying these prayers. The prayer I praise? I pray. I said, money flows to me in expected and unexpected ways. Pray that prayer. Money flows to me in expected and unexpected ways. There's about a list of, I have 3 different sections of stuff that I pray every morning. And I said, first, it's starting off giving God his credit. I always start off with gratitude. Gratitude is, if you don't have it, you won't have nothing. I start off with gratitude, giving God what's due him. You know what I'm saying? Just like when you get paid, you give God his money first. Like, you got to give God what's due him. You know what I'm saying? So I give God thanks. I said, God, thank you for this day. I said, the first prayer is like, I thank you, God, for the gift of life and the breath of my lungs. Like, I pray that. I started like 30 different prayers I prayed. That's just one section. I would go to the next section, praying over my music. I said, divine inspiration and my music attracts clients, opportunities, and divine inspiration. Like, that's what I would say. And it's like 15 of those. Another one is prayers for wealth. And you pray those every day. And eventually, when you pray it, you start manifesting on it. So I kept saying, money flows to me in expected and unexpected ways. Money flows to me in expected and unexpected ways. I say each prayer twice. So if I'm saying 15 total, I'm saying a 30 total because I'm saying it twice. I got 30 prayers I'm saying a total of 60 times because I'm doubling it when I say it. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all see my A. Steve Affirmations channel that I do the same thing. I just tell people to pray the same prayers I'm praying for real. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm getting back on it because I'm like, that's important. Affirmations are very important. And then when money will flow to me in expected and unexpected ways, I'm just like, well, you did pray on this. You did realize you was praying on this, right? So when you sitting there and somebody just walk and give you $20, like, that's unexpected ways. I'm walking down the street minding my business. I'm finding money on the ground. Like, that's expected and unexpected ways. I walked outside one day about to go live. I found $20 in the grass. Like, grass is the same color as money, right? Like, it was folded too. So I'm just like, it was kind of hard to see it. I'm just like, money flows to me in expected, unexpected ways. As much as people want me to preach, I'm dropping nuggets, dude. I'm like, this is why Daddy would say nuggets. I'm dropping nuggets on y'all foods, man. Like, take what I'm saying. You get to a point where you just like, when all else fails, you're like, well, God got me. That was God trying to get me to pray anyways. Like, he was trying to get me to come to him anyways. Because he knew he had something better planned for my life. And I started saying, well, this is something I never really did. Because I didn't want to sound selfish. Like, well, I don't want to sound like I'm praying for just money. It's like, well, no, he told me to. God told me to do this. So I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I pray those type of things, man. Money flow. Listen, that's when you pray. Gratitude first. Give God gratitude first. And then pray for what you want. And I said, money flows to me in expected, unexpected ways. I will wake up. I have super chats. People donate stuff. You know what I'm saying? People want to pour into your music, your gift, all type of stuff. You see what I'm saying? But that's the prayers that you pray. You pray for peace. You start getting a lot more peace, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my worry and a lot of my being upset like I used to be, like, it's gone. Like, I don't feel that no more. When I first came to San Antonio, I was an emotional wreck, bro. I was just, because I didn't know what to think. I was still new here, which that's moving remorse. Everybody feels like it. But I look back at it now, I'm just like, bro, that was so dumb. I felt that way. You know what I'm saying? But at first I thought I ain't gonna never get over this and I'm always feel like this. And you know what I'm saying? You know how we so dumb as people, man. We do this stuff. And I said, dude, it's just a season. It's the process you have to go through. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, resources, money, all of that, man, that's all the same thing. Like I said, when you look in the Bible, God was literally giving people money. He was teaching people. The Bible's about finances too. That's what they don't understand. The book is teaching you about finances. There's other verses I don't know about heart, but there's other verses in there that actually talk about like Like the Bible talks about not being in debt to the lender, man. It's talking about the Bible talks about credit. Don't get involved with people with interest. Like that's what it's saying. It's telling you don't get in debt. Pretty much what it would say nowadays. Don't go take out a loan you can't pay. Don't go buy a house that you can't pay for. Because that's what it's saying. Don't get in debt. Because when you're in debt, you are slave to the lender. You will never be free. That's what it's saying. People don't understand. Like they just think that the word is, oh, I'm gonna cast the Holy Spirit. It's like, okay, well, God is also telling you about other stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Like when he told Joseph, like there's going to be 7 years of famine and 7 years of good. That means there's going to be 7 years of having good money. That's what he was saying. Prepare for the 7 years of famine because everybody finna be broke. That's what he was saying. Like, I don't know if people not seeing it, dude. He was talking about an economic collapse. That's what he was saying, a recession. That's what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I pray this stuff, man. I like what I do on my channel, man, and in my life, I get people to think. I'm not here to preach to you or to make you listen to me. I'm here to make you think. So I'm just like, bro, think about what I'm saying. I had to do this stuff for myself. I apply this to myself. So that's why I said every morning you wake up and say this, man. You wake up and go outside and, hey, man, I pray, you know, unexpected blessings. You know what I'm saying? Blessings and favor fall over my life. You know what I'm saying? I said, I thank you, God, for protection over my life and my loved ones. Like, I say stuff like that all the time, bro. It gets to the point where you say it so much, you start to memorize it by heart. You know what I'm saying? Praying affirmations for wealth, affirmations for abundance, affirmations for peace, affirmations for a better life, affirmations for a bright day. Like, it's all type of stuff you can say. And there's one that's on her. That's one of my favorite. That's the one I say one of the hardest. I said debt. It says debt is not my story. Freedom, overflow, and ownership are my inheritance in Christ. I remember you say it so much you remember. I remember that by heart. Debt is not my story. Freedom, overflow, and ownership are my inheritance in Christ. You say that enough times, you believe it. And that's why I said once you believe it, you manifest it. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to tell people this is important. The first 20 to 30 minutes of how you start your morning is how your day pretty much gonna be. If you start your day off heavy, scrolling on TikTok and Instagram, you're going to have a pretty hard day. Especially with what's going on in the world. You see all this negativity stuff, like you ain't going to have no good fruit. You feel me? But when you started off being happy, looking at nature and praying, like you feel good. That's why I said I'll be starting my mornings off. I mean, sometimes it be a little rough sometimes. You know, like usually, oh, today's, you know, like, oh, I got to do this today, right? You know, I got to go here real quick. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, y'all, my bad. Had a phone call there. Yes, jazz. It's like smooth jazz music. I'm about to say intergalactic. Not intergalactic, but like not interdimensional either. Just other culture type. It sounds like Spain jazz music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Spanish guitar, all of that. It's pretty. Whew. Nah, I wasn't him. That's mama. Mama called me. I'm about to say, if it was Jones, I'm like, bro, you're going to have to wait. Send it to voicemail, bro. I'm going to have to holler at you later. But, like I said, man, you know. So, yeah, man, like I said, you start your day off right. You know, you pray for, like I said, pray for what you want. There's nothing wrong with that. See, people get told that's selfish. That's not being selfish because you pray for what you want. Like, we're not here to be slaves for the rest of our life, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can pray for things that you need. The Bible says, ask and you shall receive. He give you the desires of your heart, man. So, it means, like, pray, ask God for what you want, bro. It's not just saying like you just want money, but it's just like, God, I want the ability to do what I love doing and get paid for doing it. You know what I'm saying? Who wouldn't want to do what their craft is full time and get paid to do it? Like, everybody wants to do that. That's why I said people that's in the music industry or people that's in the entertainment industry or the creativity field, like they've been doing this all day for their whole life. Like they love doing this and getting paid to do it. That's why I said, I'm like, bro, you couldn't tell me. Imagine all the money I'm about to invest in my music now. I said, imagine having that stuff already there. One of the networks called me and said, hey, we need you to come up with a couple of tracks for this show or this movie. And everything I need is already right there. It's already paid for. All the sounds I could ever have. I said, you mean tell me I get paid to have fun with stuff that I do for fun already? Like, yeah. I said, no, you could tell me. That's why I said you got to start thinking realistically, man. If you ever want to get out of a 9-to-5, you want to actually like start doing what God told you to do and you want to start making a living, I said, start looking at it this way, man. It's not impossible to live your dream. That's why I told y'all earlier. I said the Bible was talking about like shut up the books in the last days that knowledge will be increased because knowledge wasn't increased back then. Like nowadays we have technology. Technology gets people paid faster. Nowadays the books are being opened. It means that technology is being increased, dude. People are making stupid amounts of money and not even leaving their bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even have to leave your bed. I saw a black woman got a business. She was like, bruh, she made $100,000 laying in bed. Like, dude, you don't even have to get up and do nothing crazy. I mean, it takes a little time. They ain't saying it's gonna happen overnight, but You know what I'm saying? It's better than working for somebody for 40 years and barely even getting a pension. You could barely even retire. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell you, I said, bro, you gotta start thinking this way. I said, this is the way that I think. This is the way that I feel. You feel me? You gotta start thinking wise. You know what I'm saying? Thinking about how you really want to spend your time. You know what I mean? Do I want to spend my life laboring all day, or do I want to actually like start doing what I love doing? You know what I'm saying? As I said, for years, God was trying to get me to do my music for years, man. I just never did it because I was doing everything else. I was in relationships and I was, working all the time and doing this. I said, no, I'm done with that, bro. I said, I need to focus on what I'm supposed to. And once I start focusing on that, it start working. He start taking care of me, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't worried about no, bro. I'm taking care of it. I'm good. That's why I said I feel good, you know what I'm saying? It's good to just, that's why I said I'm able to relax a lot more, you know what I'm saying? And just be able to come out here and just enjoy my life and enjoy myself. That's why I said I'm out here swinging on the swing side. I used to not be able to do this. I was always working. I was in front of the computer, always working. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm able to do that. I'm able to go and do what I want to whenever I want to. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm into. That's what I want to do. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's just my thing. You know? But like I said, this is why I try to enlighten y'all, because I want y'all to realize, like, nobody just gets here overnight. Like, bro, it was a journey. I've been doing this YouTube crap for like 2 years, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a journey. This is some of the longest 2 years I've had. Like, bro, this really takes work. It takes a lot of effort. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been working on so much at that time, man, and it brought up my creativity skills to where now my creativity is opening up doors for me. It's opening up a career path for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's nice to see that, you know? But I would have never did that if I was still in my comfort zone. You know what I mean? It took a lot of creativity and a lot of praying, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. It took a lot. So that's why I said I never hit on people when they driving around in Lambos and they got a nice 401k and they doing their thing, because you don't know what it took them to get that, bro. It took them years. You know what I'm saying? It took them 30 years to finally be able to retire and enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? Luckily nowadays that the books and the knowledge has increased, it won't have to take us another 30 years to do this, man. Some people doing this at like 19 years old. Some people doing this at 24. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can do this very young. This is just my inspirational mindset. I be trying to just inspire people, man. You know, so I know I come in with the jokes and playing around and stuff, and we talk about serious topics, but I said a lot of times I just be trying to enlighten people to just think. Like, you can do the same stuff too, man. You ain't just got to watch me. You can be doing your own live stream, doing your own stuff, you know? Like, I want people to know how much power they got, bro. You can be doing a whole lot of stuff. I'm gonna get off a swing. That swing make me feel nauseous. Ugh. It's hurt my butt too. Like, go back to the bathroom. So yeah, that's why I tell everybody, man, just think. You know what I'm saying? Definitely think. And plan out stuff, bro. You feel me? That's why I tell you, go venture out and like, you don't understand what traveling does. Traveling opens up your mind to a lot of stuff. You might just think you're going somewhere for vacation, not just to go see it. But traveling might open up a door of creativity you never thought about. You know what I'm saying? Or something that you've been doing, you might think about doing it even better. I don't know about you, but when I travel, my music inspiration just jumps out the roof. Like, my music inspiration is high, man. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, this thing's zoomed in. Zoom it out. There we go. But I said my traveling inspiration is high, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I get all type of ideas when I go other places, man. You know what I'm saying? You never know what you could be bringing out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, turn around. Come on. Turn over. There we go. Phew. Go to the bathroom again. Ain't got no AC in this bathroom. It's kind of hot. Hold on. It ain't got no AC, boy. You be listening, see? Already shining. It's hot in here, boy. Dang, it's hot. Tell your boyfriend I've been doing. So what's up, y'all? What y'all want to say? I got 7 minutes before I get out of here. So what y'all want to say, man? What y'all want to talk about? Let's have a convo. We gonna have one. I like this little spot up here, man. I'm gonna come up here and do a lot more. Well, I'm saying like I'm gonna do a whole lot more live streams. I'm about to be off of this live stream crap. So had I known this earlier, I would have been doing this up here probably a lot of times. You feel me? Like, but I like stuff like this, man. It's nice. If it wasn't 1,000 degrees outside, man, I'd set up and do some music out here or something. You know what I mean? Like, man, pretty. I mean, if that's what you consider pretty. I mean, I'm sure it look better in Romania. We got a lot of trees here, a lot of different trees, palm trees and everything. You know what I'm saying? So it gives it a tropical feel too. This is really pretty, man. Like, man, this is nice. Gotta go to Italy sooner, y'all. Definitely gotta go to Italy soon. I'm about to look up tickets when I get off here now. Oh. Ugh. That nigga, I was supposed to go get a massage. That's what it is. Meet and greet in Italy. That is a great idea. Ugh. But I don't think I have a really big Italian fan base like it yet. I know half these Americans over here. They ain't going over. Maybe I'll go be like Astro Speed, go gain a worldwide following. Because if he go to Italy, everybody know him. Like I said, let's go do what he's doing. Go get a worldwide audience. You know what I'm saying? He was in Romania? No surprise. That boy be everywhere, man. He's widely known. Well, what they do? He's a character though, man. He be doing too much. Like sometimes he really do too much. He be acting kind of funny though. But I say his personality is very bright, so that's why everybody likes him. Yeah. That's what I was trying to base off of. Like when I first had his channel, I was trying to be more like a Astro Speed type. You know what I'm saying? Well, not like him, but I was trying to like be as vibrant as he could be. You know what I'm saying? Like he reached a lot of people. Ow. And then his channel showed me how much I don't like people, so I was like, yeah, I don't want to be like that. Imagine 3 million people is texting your stream. Hold on. Hold on. Well, like I said, yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. Just being over here, man, it's a nice little spot. You know, definitely gonna start being like the usual for me, like the little hangout. I like it, man. It's pretty. You know what I'm saying? Get you a coffee. Like I got me an orange juice or apple juice and a snack cake this morning. Like they sell food and all that. You know what I'm saying? So I like it, man. This is nice. Definitely when I start my next wave on a different platform, we'll do more of these. You know what I'm saying? But I always have to kind of get out and show y'all stuff like that, man. This is the type of stuff that can make me stay and talk for hours. Because, you know, as much as y'all weirdos stare at me and look at me, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is stuff that can make me just converse to myself. Because I like things like this for me. You know what I'm saying? So hold on. But I'm out here, y'all. I'm going to catch y'all some other time, whatever that may be. I'll see y'all later, man. Y'all take it easy. Peace.